What's up with it? You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. I don't watch reality TV. I watch boxing. Yeah. Once again, we back and we gonna cook today. Yeah. We got a real live show for you today. And y'all already know what to do. When you come in the building, let me know you in the building. You know, drop your name and let me know where you coming from. Yes, sir. What's up with y'all? Like I said, when you come in the building, let me know you in the building. You know, drop your name. Let me know where you coming from. We got a live show for y'all today. Yeah. We got a whole lot to talk about. Deacon 305, salute. What's good off in the building? Stormy B-Man, what's happening with you off in the building? What's good with you, brother? Money Brown TV, what's happening with it?
My big bro keeps going down, man. Just had to knock off that little breakfast real fast.
Oh, yeah, man, I need to eat, man. I ain't had shit but a shake. Man, I need to really eat. As soon as I jump off here, man, I'm gonna eat me a good meal. Draco Bay, what's good with it? Where you been at? He says accepted a lucrative job offer. Okay. He said so made the big move to Michigan. I know I've been absent, but I seen everything, bro. Hell yeah. He said salute. Brooklyn still in the building. 718. Yeah, Draco, I'm gonna have to hit you. I forgot, man. You don't got my new number. I'm gonna hit you on my number when I get off of this, because I'm gonna actually be out there real soon, probably next week. So I'm gonna have to call it.
Draco was going down. So money, I'm back, fam. I gotta call you. I ain't forget about you, man. We family, bro. You already know what it is, bro. What's understood don't gotta be explained.
Yes, sir.
Now we still making suckers mad.
Yeah, you already know how it is. D-Lo 404 boxing in the building. What's happening with it? Renee Box Young off in the building. What's good with it, King?
Stormy B, man, what's going down, OG? Hey, Stormy, when I get my live back, man, we got to link up, bro.
Yeah, man. Stormy B, man, he be on this. He be on. I like him, man. I like his stuff, man. He be on this thing. He know what he be talking about. Stormy B, man, he be on that shit. He know what he be talking about for real.
Big dog status, you hear me?
Yeah, big dog status.
And shout out to my bro, keeping me relevant, man. You know what I'm saying? Giving me a spot on everything boxing. You dig what I mean? They got too many real ones like that.
You already know. John Kramer off in the building. What's good? Kwame East off in the building. What's good with you, fam?
Kwame, what's going down? My brother John Kramer, what's going down, brother? Deacon 305, salute to you too, man. Renee Box Shawn, what's going down, bro? Hey, Renee, I got you tonight still, though, but man, I ain't even know my damn family was doing something for my sister tonight. Talking about a movie night tonight, so, but I'm still gonna rock with you, bro. I got you, man. I'm gonna make it happen.
Calvin Johnson, what's good? Oh yeah. And for everybody in the building, you know what I'm saying? Let's bow heads and give a moment of silence to the Miami Heat, Almost, but almost ain't good enough. Let's bow heads.
You hear me?
Yes, sir. It's the Lake Show. It's all about that Lake Show. But what was they saying? Remember money when LeBron came to the Lakers, remember they was talking about, oh, he's doing this for clout. He's doing this because he just wants to make movies. He know he never gonna win no more. He's just coming to LA to make movies. It's not about winning to him. No, remember that?
I remember everything, bro. Listen, especially the first year when they lost. Oh, look at this. He had never win in the West. The East was just so easy. This. Oh my God. Oh, Paul George and what's his name? See, look, I forgot his name already. Oh, Kawhi Leonard. That's his name.
Kawhi Crybaby.
Oh, yeah, that's his name. The nigga that should have brought his ass to the Lakers. Oh, they together and it's over for LeBron. Like, he'll never be this. Yeah, okay. Okay.
And Kawhi, man, I you know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with Kawhi. I never will no more because he tried to play the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? He was whispering in Magic Johnson's ear, trying to tell Magic Johnson that he was going with the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And what he did,
made us miss out on some shit.
Yeah. What he did is he made us miss out on all of our free agents because Magic was like, okay, well, he didn't told me he already coming. So, and then he kept waiting. No, I'm gonna sign with y'all. But you know what I'm saying? Just wait. He had his wait. And you know what I'm saying? He tried to be slick, but how did that turn out for him?
Yeah, that kind of man, I was so mad, bro. I'm like, bro, why you already knew what you was gonna do, bro? You trying to entice you Paul George,
the whole thing planned out.
Yeah, bro, it made us miss the whole free agency thing like that. But see, God working mysterious ways. Get AD over there, baby. And let me say this too, Key, because this I hate haters. Oh, this is bubble ball. This that we understand that the league is in a bubble, and yes, ain't nobody at home, but that don't change nothing, man. This is a legitimate world championship. These are the elite of the elites that's playing. So y'all telling me the motherfucking Clippers up 3-1, and just because they in the bubble, that's the reason why the Denver Nuggets came back and knocked their ass out? Nah, miss me with that bullshit. Scottie Pippen, much respect to you. I love you, man. But miss me with that bullshit. No, this is a real championship. Don't nothing change with a ball in a basket. You know what I mean? Them boys still on the court. It's still an NBA regulation. So y'all get out of here, man. Don't try to discredit LeBron James or none of them players that put the hard work in that's fit to be world champions, because they fit to be world champions once again.
But see, the thing, money is when I said they're gonna make an excuse. I said if Lakers win it, they're gonna make an excuse. I said, see, it wouldn't have been it's because of the bubble and all of this. And if Kawhi and them had won it, or if the Bucks had won it, wouldn't be hearing none of this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That would have been the Clippers in the Bucks. It's the best thing ever.
Yeah, you already know. But they try to act like they forget. And hit my like button before we even start the show up. Everybody that's in the building need to hit the like button. They try to act like that they forget all of the bullshit that they said. He'll never win the championship. He's just going to LA to become a movie star. He's not even focused on basketball no more. Remember all that shit, but now they try to act like, oh, we forgot. No, I ain't forgot. I didn't forget. John Kramer, he says, my homeboy called this pickup ball playoffs. But your homeboy wouldn't be calling it that if LeBron wouldn't in the playoffs doing his thing. But we know, people gonna hate. It's you got certain people that people gonna hate on no matter what. And LeBron, he one of them people.
Yeah.
He one of them people. But it is what it is. They can't stop it. They can get mad. You know what I'm saying? They could punch You know what I'm saying? They could beat up their drywall, they could do whatever, but the fact still remains, you know. D Hodges was good. Yeah. So man, let's go ahead and get into it. You know, if they get in the building late, they get in the building late. It is what it is. So man, one thing I want to touch on is you know, right off the bat, you know, I guess I'm gonna just go ahead and start with the Ryan Garcia, Luke Campbell. You know, Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell, and you actually did a video on this yourself, Money, right?
Yeah.
John Kramer said he a diehard Lakers fan, everything. Yeah. I mean, but like I said, just because you're a diehard Lakers fan, I see a lot of cats that's Lakers fans that hate LeBron. I got a couple cats that I know that wanted the Lakers to lose and say they diehard Lakers. They say they diehard Lakers fans, right? But they wanted the Lakers to lose just because they didn't want to see LeBron get another championship. What type of shit is that? You want the Lakers to lose just so LeBron can't get a championship.
Yeah.
All right, and this ain't nothing I'm making up. This some real shit, you know. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
Let me say one thing, Keith, before you click on the box. And I want people to look. Kobe is my motherfucking guy. He's my GOAT. And I put Mike number one, no hands down. But Kobe is my GOAT, man. Understand that Kobe passed the fucking rock to LeBron, y'all. Y'all can let the hate go. A lot of this is because of the Kobe and the LeBron situation. Kobe passed the rock to this man. You feel what I'm saying? Kobe loved this dude, man. Kobe is not no Mike. I respect Mike, you know, but Mike gave game away. But Kobe, man, he loved to see these dudes doing great, man. That's why he touched the league the way he touched the league. He touched the WNBA like he touched the WNBA, and he touched the sports and entertainment how he touched sports. But Kobe would never be like, he had never hate on LeBron James. He looking down on that man being happy, saying, get this motherfucker for the Mamba. And that's what y'all should be screaming if y'all are real Lakers fans. Get this motherfucker for the Mamba, because that's what I'm screaming right now. You know what I'm saying? Let the bullshit go, man. If the Lakers organization is your organization, you should want to see the organization do great. Not just because you don't like one player in a fucking organization, bro. A lot of these dudes finna make history, and this shit gonna be forever mounted on their wall. You know what I'm saying? They world champions. You know what I'm saying? So salute that shit, man. But let's cook, King.
Real talk. So, you know, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get into it, you know. So we finally got, you know, the Luke Campbell, Ryan Garcia fight. But it's a problem. You know, we've been waiting for this fight to get a date for months and months. Ryan Garcia, like I said on my last live, he was just crying about, you know, pleading to Eddie Hearn, please give me a fight date. Can you please give me a fight date? You know, ready to get on his knees and, you know, and pray to Eddie Hearn for a fight date. You know, the man, the kid is he getting antsy, you know, and I can't blame him for that, you know, for getting antsy, not knowing when he gonna fight, not knowing, you know, when the start training camp or whatnot. But see, this is the thing. So he finally got some fight date, you know. Ryan Garcia, happy, finally got a fight date. But then we look up and we see the fight date is on December the 5th. This is the same day that Errol Spence has his fight now live in Dallas Cowboys Stadium with Danny Garcia. So I'm like, who made this move? Was it PBC that, you know what I'm saying, did this, you know, to piss off Eddie Hearn? Or was it, you know, the Zone and Eddie Hearn and them making a silly ass move, you know, to try to, I don't know. You know, Eddie Hearn and Ryan Garcia, you know, they got their beef. So why would they put Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell on the same day is the Errol Spence and Danny Garcia pay-per-view? Why would you do that? Crazy. I'm looking at this, and it's a good fight. You know, nothing against the fight between Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell. I think it's a great fight. Ryan Garcia been making a lot of noise with his mouth. He been showing up in the ring too, but against nobodies, you know. But with his mouth, he been making a lot of noise, saying that, you know, he's that guy at the 135-pound division. But we see what we see in the ring, but he ain't fought nobody. So Luke Campbell, to me, is the perfect opponent to show if you really gonna be that dude, if you really as good as you say you are. Have you really gotten that much better since you started working with Eddie Reynoso, the same trainer as Canelo Alvarez, right? So these are the questions that I ask myself, and Luke Campbell to me is the perfect opponent to be able to, you know, swim or sink against. Luke Campbell's solid. He's a gold medalist. Luke Campbell is, you know, he's been in there with the best of the best in the divisions, right? And also, who else, you know, better to make your, you know, basically to make your debut, to be put on the map as a valid, legitimate, you know, problem, a threat. Because I don't care what nobody say. If Ryan Garcia could go and get Luke Campbell up out of there or beat Luke Campbell convincingly, whether it's by knockout or decision, Ryan Garcia is a problem. And, you know, everybody will have to start putting Ryan Garcia right there with the rest of the top guys at 135, the rest of these young bulls at 135. You know, Ryan Garcia, if he beats Luke Campbell, that means that he be the better opposition so far than Devin Haney. Even Shakur Stevenson, but Shakur Stevenson's at 130. So we, you know, but I mean, you got to look at a lot of people. Oh, Luke Campbell. No, Luke Campbell's solid. Luke Campbell is a real good fighter, Olympic gold medalist, and got the resume. Luke Campbell has a resume, even though his two toughest fights he didn't win. He almost, you know, I can't say he almost beat Lomachenko, but he sure did, you know, almost beat Linares when he fought Jorge Linares. He almost beat, and, you know, it was a split decision win for Linares back when Luke Campbell was still very green, was still learning the professional ranks. But, you know, he gave Linares a hell of a fight. And some people think that he beat Linares. You know, he pulled it out at the end. But, you know, all in all, Luke Campbell's a solid fighter. So, but why would they put this fight the same time as Errol Spence and Danny Garcia? We know that the whole boxing world is going to be focused in their attention on that pay-per-view, that December the 5th pay-per-view. You either going to be in Dallas live or you going to be tuned in on pay-per-view. That's going to be the talk of the weeks heading into that fight. The boxing news is going to be flooded with news about Errol Spence and Danny Garcia. Why would you do that? You know, I mean, you just making your fight getting overshadowed by a huge event. Like I said, even though Luke Campbell and Ryan Garcia is a great fight, you can't compare that fight to Errol Spence and Danny Garcia. So I mean, why would you do that? It could be either two things. Either Al Haymon saw that date and was like, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and, you know, put this the Errol Spence and Danny Garcia fight. I mean, yeah, on December 5th. You know, fuck what DAZN and them doing, or DAZN. You know, I don't know. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to think that DAZN and Eddie Hearn would be that stupid. Maybe Al Haymon and the PBC got wind of them having, you know, about to announce the Luke Campbell fight and was like, okay, you know, we've been beefing, so we just go ahead and show y'all who the real boss is. I don't know what it is, but let me see. What you think, Money?
I look at it as I might say Eddie Hearn. Now, you know, I keep it real. I think Eddie Hearn had the date first. Now, I mean, I think they was getting ready to announce their shit, and, you know, it's chess, not checkers. Shit, like you say, Al and them sort of date as well. It's a great Saturday. No Cowboys in town. You know what? Let's go ahead and knock some shit out the way. Since people like to talk about, oh, this person bigger than this person, that person bigger than that. I just checked to try to see what's this fight over in the UK or was it in America. It looked like it's in America. You know what I'm saying? If it was in the UK, I was gonna say it could have been coming on at 4:12, so it's a good thing. So I'm looking at what time is they're gonna try to put the fight on. You know what I'm saying? Because that'd be smart to put it on early and let it be an early fight and not try to fuck with that pay-per-view fight that night. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna get overshadowed. It's gonna get overshadowed. So I think even the UK fans might be looking forward to the Errol and Danny Garcia fight. But I think if they go early, it'll be cool. It'll be cool because I'm damn sure gonna watch it. I want to see it my damn self. You know what I'm saying? So if the main event for the zone card could come on while maybe one of the the undercards on for the Errol Spence pay-per-view card, I'm gonna watch Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell because it's damn sure competitive. And to be too real, I'm not too high on the undercard of the Errol Spence shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't too high.
Who's fighting on that undercard?
Man, if I tell you, you'll be pissed off. But they got let me tell you. They got fucking Jose Cito Lopez. It's a co-main event against some goddamn body. But it's like Mexican style. Ain't no black motherfuckers on there.
Man, they always do that shit. I think the undercard, the Spence and Danny Garcia fight, as I can remember, I think that shit was some trash too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So they sell
the undercard with Shawn Porter and Spence was trash that I can remember. I don't even remember what the undercard was, so it must have been some bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I thought they were gonna put Maurice Hook in fucking
So they didn't even put Hooker on the card.
Oh,
that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Like they can't keep giving us these trash ass undercards. Like people want to see if you paying $75, $80 for a pay-per-view. People want to see good fights, not just one good fight. That's one thing I do got to say about Top Rank money. And Top Rank, you know what I'm saying? They put on good shows. They don't just give you a good main event. That's one thing I do got to say is they put on solid undercard fights. Top Rank. PBC wants to start stepping it up with these undercard fights, man. They're going to have to start stepping it up.
But
go ahead, man. Go ahead.
In that situation, I feel like shit. I feel like Al now might step in and say, "Fuck it, let's take this on date and do what we do with it." You know what I'm saying? But like I say, they'd be smart. They'd be smart to go on early, like to try to start their card around fucking 5 o'clock or something like that, 6 o'clock, where they can be right before the Earl shit kicking off. But if not, yeah, they gonna be in trouble. They gonna be in trouble. So I'm gonna say it's Al flexing muscles because I feel like the zone then was working on a date to make that shit happen. They was working on a date to make that happen for the kid Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell, you know, which is a hell of a fight. Respect that fight like a motherfucker. And I feel like you said, Key, that's the fight to put Ryan Garcia out there to see if he can hang with the big dogs. And you know what I mean? He got the name. Oh, my dog, Greggy Hackett in the building. What's going down, Greg? Man, that's that Philly motherfucker. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Greg Hackett is the new, and rest in peace to the great late Nazim Richardson, who I love. I just love watching Nazim Richardson talk. You know what I mean? But Greg Hackett is the new Nazim Richardson, bro, and I mean that shit. And I know them some big shoes, but my dude Greg know his shit, and that is the new Nazim Richardson, a motherfucking Philly. But with Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell, I do feel like that's the fight to show if Ryan Garcia gonna be able to hang with them killers, man, because he got a lot of flaws that he need to fix. But with saying he got a lot of flaws, the kid got a lot of fucking skills as well. Cause that straight counter hook is like, I like that shit, bro. Where he throw that bitch out there and get you to reach and he counter your ass, that's some beautiful shit, and he precise with it. So if he catch your ass on the sweet spot, I don't give a fuck who you is, you going down. Because the kid is accurate and pinpoint. So that's the fight to show it, though. So I'm praying that they do good numbers, man. Because like I said, I like Ryan Garcia, and I know Oscar be trying to fuck that kid too because he listened to Canelo and he be on his shit about his money and not on no bullshit because he know his work, which I respect. And I can see, man, Ryan Garcia probably fucking around with PBC in the future. You know what I'm saying? Being because he can talk, he can promote himself, and we'll see though. But for us to act for December the 5th, I gotta say the zone probably had the day first. You know, and you know how the boxing game is, man. You check the dates, you see what's open, what's available, and you shoot for it. You know what I mean? So I think Al and them probably like, fuck it, let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I think that's what they did, you know, and they like shit, fuck what they got going on, you know. These boxing promoters, UFC, you know, Dana White do it all the time. He do this shit all the time. But you know, the thing with the UK, are they fighting? Are they having this fight in the UK or in the US? That's the big question.
I think it's in the US, bro.
Because if it's in the US, the time might clash. You feel me? But if it's in the UK, you know, they usually have it earlier in the day. You know, so you can, if it's in the UK, you can, you know, watch it earlier in the day, and then, you know, later on, you know, the US fights to come on the pay-per-view and whatnot. So yeah, you check on that. Make sure, check on, see where they having it at. You know, because it depends where they having it at. You feel me? But man, shit, man. But I'm excited for both of these fights. Like I said, that undercard, man, I'm disappointed now that you telling me that the Errol Spence and Danny Garcia undercard ain't gonna be shit.
Here we go, Fundora versus Coda.
Fundora. That's the undercard for the Spence and Garcia.
Yeah, Fundora versus Coda. The co-main is Josecito Lopez versus Santana, and Seja versus Ramirez. So it's a bunch of fucking.
Who is Santana? What's Santana?
Let me see. I seen them speak on that too. Josecito Lopez. I seen this post and shit.
Josecito Lopez, I was looking forward to seeing him fight Maurice Hooker.
Francisco Santana, 25-8. Who? The one that ain't getting his ass beat. Francisco Santana.
This dude
been getting his ass beat for a while, man.
Why are they putting a Josecito Lopez up against Francisco Santana?
Sebastian Fundora with 15-0 going up against Jorge Cota, who got his ass knocked out by Charlo. Julio Seja going up against Eduardo Ramirez, 32-4 and 23-2. And you know, like that shit don't even hit right, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like the thing with how they be putting on these pay-per-view cards with the PBC, you know what I'm saying? They'll give you a fire ass main event, but then some garbage ass undercard fights. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't give me a good ass fucking meal. And then I mean, don't give me a horrible meal. Like, I don't want to go to no restaurant.
No,
a horrible ass meal, but then get a fucking bomb ass appetizer or dessert at the end. My meal was fucked up. You shouldn't have brought me the fucked up meal in the first place.
You hear me, kid? You get some fucked up appetizer and a bomb ass meal. Fuck up your taste buds. That's what it is.
Man, the shit that, like, you know, that they need to start coming with it, because like I said, one thing you can say about Top Rank, if they put on a card, right, they undercards is finna be fire. Even they matchmaking, even if you don't know all the fighters, they matchmaking be, you know, it be legit. So man, I'm disappointed for that. Like, I'm disappointed for that, because you gotta stop just thinking like, oh, okay, well, because Danny Garcia is not even Mexican. You know what I'm saying? Danny Garcia got a Latino fan base that's not Mexican, just like he got a black fan base. Like, Mexicans don't really stick with Danny Garcia like that. You know, his Latino, Puerto Rican people and shit like that. But why would you try to put on an all Mexican undercard in Dallas? When I've been to fights at Dallas, the whole crowd don't be Mexican. It be a lot of, you know what I'm saying, like, real talk.
Yeah, that's what I said, bro. I said, what you like?
It'd be a lot of blacks in when especially for an Errol Spence fight. It'd be a lot of blacks in that car in that crowd. Like that stadium, it'd be half and half. You feel me? So why would you do that? Like make the I don't have no problem with putting two good Mexican fights on and then make it switch it up, make it diverse.
Like they could have put fucking Maurice Hooker and a fucking Josecito Lopez.
I don't know what's going on with Maurice Hooker, man. I be hearing shit about Maurice Hooker behind the scenes. Maybe it's because of his personal issue. I don't know what's going on with Maurice Hooker. But yeah, man, I would have loved to see Maurice Hooker versus Josecito Lopez. That's a hell of a fight. Even if you just gave us that one undercard fight and then the rest of them was dudes that we don't really care about, They got to stop doing that. And it seems like that every time EJ fight, they really do that. Like, they be putting on some trash undercards when EJ fight.
After just stacking that fucking Cholo core like that, y'all just stacked that motherfucker with 5 championship fights.
Yeah, like the Charlo card was stacked. They could have put some of them made some of them wait for the Danny Garcia Errol card. Man. So yeah, man. But moving along, like I said, at the end of the day, Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell is a hell of a fight. Looking forward to the fight. Shit, December the 5th. We got a full stack day of boxing, December the 5th. And like I said, I'm about to be out there. I'm about to be out there at the Spence fight. So I don't know if I'm even gonna be able to catch the Ryan Garcia in the Ryan Garcia Luke Campbell fight. If I do, I'm gonna probably have to catch it on my phone. Hopefully, my service ain't acting up. I catch it on my phone. Because that's a fight I do want to see. Matthew Valentine's off in the building. What's good? Chris Val says truth. He says the truth is Tank Davis, Santa Cruz should have been the co-main event of Spencer Garcia. See, the thing is with that, especially with them not being able to pack these stadiums to full capacity. They can't afford to pay all of them. Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz, they ain't no chump change fighters neither.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They can't they can't stack these cards like they did back in the 90s and shit. When we was, back in the 90s, growing up watching boxing, they used to stack the cards. But see, back then, you gotta think. There wasn't no Al Heyman around back then. It wasn't nobody to teach these fighters about their money. So, yeah, the promoters would stack the cards back then, but the promoters was eating all of that. They was eating all of that.
Right. So nigga 30,000 for a drawing time.
Exactly. Now, if you got a PBC card like that, they can't stack them because, these fighters, they're advised by Al Heyman, and Al Heyman, he put them up on game. Like, you need to be getting this much, and this is what's going on. But, even if you're not going to stack the card, at least give us 2 solid fights. Now, I'm not saying 2 big mega fights. Give us 2 solid fights at least. You feel me?
Thanks, bro.
Jay Cooley, what's good? Off in the building. He says he think that the undercard fighters going to make names for themselves. They might. They just might. But it's like this. When you got, especially when you got a big fight like that, right? When you got an Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, you got a live gate. Them live fights like that, unless you just a diehard boxing fan like myself and a few other fans, man, them fans don't even be showing up for them undercards like that if they don't know who they is. They don't. They be in there boxing in front of a empty arena, and then the people that's in the arena, unless you like somebody like myself, the people that's in the arena that do show up, they walking around, doing other shit. They not even paying attention to the fight, But you know, it is what it is. All in all, I'm still gonna support it. Errol Spence, I'm still gonna order the fight on pay-per-view, and I'm still gonna be at the fight. So I'm gonna support it two ways. Let me see. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna actually get into that, a lot more. Let me see what y'all talking about. Chris Val says Ron Garcia sells. He says more people will show up to watch Garcia versus Spence. Spence never sold out any events unless he had a good dance partner. Garcia sells out arenas. Can't deny that. Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Because that man's smoking dope over there.
Hold on, Chris Val. I'm gonna tell you respectfully, you know what I'm saying? Respectfully, I appreciate you and everything, but I'm gonna tell you respectfully, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. You can't tell me that Errol Spence never sold out no arena, because I was at when Errol Spence fought a nobody named Campbell. I don't even know the man's first name. When he fought Campbell, right? Errol Spence did 15,000, sold out Dallas Stadium. It was Dallas Cowboys training facility, right? He sold out with an opponent that nobody knew who he was, with an undercard that was garbage, and everybody showed up to see Errol Spence. So you cannot tell me that Mikey Garcia is the reason why Errol Spence it did big numbers in Dallas Stadium, right? Hold on, and then let me go on. When has Mikey Garcia did that many fans in the stadium ever? Mikey Garcia wasn't the reason that Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia did 30,000, 30-some thousand, almost 40,000 fans, 40,000 fans, or whatever it was. It wasn't Mikey Garcia, because Mikey Garcia had been fighting before that, and he fought after that, and he didn't see nowhere near those numbers.
Talk that talk, Keith.
Right? So
Stop
you can't
moving the goalposts
because of Mikey Garcia. Secondly, Shawn Porter, right? Shawn Porter, Errol Spence and Shawn Porter at Staples Center, right? How many? What did they do? What was the numbers they did? Money in Staples Center.
17,000.
They did 17,000 plus in Staples Center, right? Before that, Shawn Porter, we all know Shawn Porter. He just had 4 Cougars. He didn't have nobody at the fight. Wasn't nobody showing up to see Shawn Porter. And this ain't no diss to Shawn Porter, because Shawn Porter's a hell of a fighter. But Shawn Porter couldn't sell tickets until he got in the ring with Errol Spence, right? They did 350,000 plus pay-per-view buys, and they did 17,000 or whatever at Staples Center. So you can't sit here and tell me that Errol Spence don't sell unless he has a good partner. That's a lie. You know what I'm saying? Women lie, men lie, but numbers do not lie. And you just came on here and you either told a bold-faced lie or you've been misinformed. It's one of the two, but you're wrong either way.
Or you're a Spence hater. Let me cook him right fast, because first of all, you just said Ryan Garcia would be a bigger star than Errol Spence Jr. That is false. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you why it's false. I like Ryan Garcia. I see what Ryan Garcia doing. Yes, I look at the kid like the Justin Bieber of boxing, but he got a lot of fucking kids following behind him. Don't get them Instagram numbers fucked up with real big dog status, bro. You haven't seen Ryan Garcia on pay-per-view yet. You don't even know if people are going to battle Ryan Garcia pay-per-view fight. You understand what I'm saying? You don't even know if Ryan Garcia going to pan out to be what he's supposed to be. But I want the kid to do great. I want the kid to be successful. Now you're looking at Errol Spence. You say how long he was in the game. Errol became world champion in 2017. So in 3 years, man, 3 years from having the IPF belt, he became the unified world champion. He did on his 3rd pay-per-view in a row and go be his 4th after Danny Garcia. You feel what I'm saying? Respected by all his peers. Respected by all the fucking writers. At one point, Freddie Roach, who was a known respected motherfucker in the game, had Errol and Crawford number 1, number 2 pound for pound, and wanted to switch it up which ways. So just to get credit where credit is due, man. Don't keep moving the goalposts. Ryan Garcia will get fucked around with the Errol Spence fight. Fucked around with Danny Garcia and Errol Spence. So if they don't put that fight on early, and if Ryan Garcia try to go heads up with Danny Garcia and Errol Spence, it's gonna get overshadowed. and I'm gonna say overshadowed. You understand what I'm saying? Just get credit where credit is due. The eyes is on Errol Spence Jr. December the 5th because everybody want to see what the fuck Errol Spence Jr. is fit to look like coming back off the accident. And they want to see how do we go in there and walk Danny Garcia ass down, bro. So quit the bullshit, man. Quit the bullshit.
Money, Bernard Bird off in the building. Yeah, you right. Bernard Bird said Anthony Durrell versus David Benavidez was on the undercard of Spence Porter. You right. And that was a solid ass fight right there. See, and that's the thing. They gave us that fight this time. What they giving us? You know, that's crazy because this is crazy, man. Like the rest of the fight is crazy. If it wasn't for Spence and Garcia, the rest of the fights on there, if I had something to do, I wouldn't even trip about not watching them. And that's just the truth. You know? Or if the Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell fight was on, I wouldn't think about watching them other fights on there.
Right. Chris Val, you gotta understand, bro. Errol Spence got the Mexican fan base when he whooped Mikey Garcia ass on. Trust and believe me when I tell you that. Trust me when I tell you that Errol Spence stole the Mexican fan base when he whooped Mikey Garcia ass. So
Lopez versus Santana does nothing for the sport. The winner gets served up to a B- fighter. I agree. He said shouldn't be a co-main event on pay-per-view. I agree with you 100%. That shit don't move me no type of way.
Right. Yeah, I agree 100%.
Yeah, Matthew Valentine says Spence has sold out more than any PBC fighter except Wilder, and Wilder's a heavyweight. Yeah, right. A heavyweight champ. Right. Let me see. He says Mexican fan base is no joke. IG ain't shit, but you guys sleep. All right, I'm gonna tell you like this. The Mexicans, the fan base is solid. They show up and they support their fighter. It's solid, but the Mexican fan base don't outweigh the black fan base when it comes to Errol Spence fights in Dallas. I've been there. Have you been there? That's what I'm saying. Salute to all the Mexican fans. I love how they support their fighters in the Mexican fan base. You know how they do, but for you to come on here talking about Ryan Garcia can sell more than Errol Spence, you done lost your damn mind. And he talking about Ryan Garcia sold out 19,000+ against the nobody. Where is that? And where are those numbers at? I need to see that. Did you know about that money?
I like Ryan Garcia, but I ain't seen no 19,000. You know what I mean? If you can show me, I say okay. He sold out 19,000. Yeah. I didn't see no 19,000 sold out nowhere with Ryan Garcia. Not saying he can't do it, but like I said in my video, when a kid goes somewhere, he do bring out the fans. He bring them out. I give him credit for that. But I ain't seen no 19,000. But I ain't even see him fight in the arena that whole 19,000 people. So yeah, you have to prove that to me.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Ryan Garcia gonna be if Ryan Garcia. I'm gonna let you know about I like Ryan Garcia. A lot of people don't like Ryan Garcia. They hate on him. Do you know what I'm saying? But I like Ryan Garcia.
I'm a big fan of Ryan Garcia, bro.
If Ryan Garcia if he beats Luke Campbell, he's going to be a fucking problem. I don't care what nobody say. If he can beat
knock him out, huh? Especially if he knock him out.
Yeah, he's gonna be a problem. And Ryan Garcia will go on to be a superstar in the sport. But this is a make or break fight for Ryan Garcia. This fight right here is gonna make or break Ryan Garcia. It's gonna let you know if he's gonna be that next big superstar or if he's just gonna be, a fighter that was, that could have been or just another fighter in the pack. I don't care how big your YouTube following is or your, social media following is. That shit, it only goes so far in boxing. You still got to get in the ring and fight and prove it. So I'll be rooting for Ryan Garcia. Like I said, I like Ryan Garcia, but for you to put him on the level of Errol Spence when it comes to boxing and boxing fans and selling out arenas, you can't compare him to Errol Spence right now. Matthew Valentine says Ryan has never sold out an arena, period. Not yet. I ain't seen it. Kurt Anderson off in the building. Salute with it. Salute. What's going on, Kurt?
Salute, Kurt.
Yeah, but I mean, Ryan Garcia is gonna be a problem if he go out there. To me, if he go out there and beat Luke Campbell, he's gonna be a problem. But I would even say, like, hey, he's gonna be a problem for Devin Haney. But once a man shows me that he don't want to fight you, like he showed that he didn't want to fight Devin Haney right now. Said it, so I can't say. I'll have to say that Devin Haney will fuck him up just because of his own energy. Just like I told y'all that Lomachenko will fuck up Tank Davis because of how Tank Davis' energy is when Lomachenko's name is brought up. So I'm gonna keep that same energy and give them both the same treatment. But for everybody else, he's gonna be a problem. Moving along. Let's get into before we move along, Money, did you have anything else that you want to, say about that subject?
About what subject we was on?
I said, did you have any, before we move to the next subject, did you have anything that you wanted to say about, in regards to the Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell?
Oh no, man, just that it's gonna be a hell of a fight, and I'm happy that it got made, man. I'm happy that it's one that didn't slip, even though they're going up against EJ, like I say, because I'm like you, Key. I might be in the building, man, in Dallas, so I might have to be on the phone, screen watching too. But I'm happy because it's the test for Ryan Garcia. It's for the show now that if he goes swim or sink, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, that is the fight for him. That is the fight, and it's solid. And I respect him for taking that fight, bro. And like I say, I won't be pissed off if Luke Campbell is the favorite. You know what I'm saying? I won't be pissed off if Luke Campbell is the favorite in that fight because Luke ain't no pushover. That ain't no slouch. That ain't no none of that.
He should be the favorite. He's more proven.
Right. You're stepping up to the big boy now. So we finna find out, bro. We finna find out. But it's a solid fucking fight, man. I like it a lot. Like I said, I'm pulling for Ryan Garcia. I want to see that kid. I want to see him win. I like him because I want him to be right there in the mix with them dudes and to show that he is. Because like I say, he got fast hands and a fucking hook that's amazing. So I'm pulling for him to win that fight. But I just don't know if you're going to win that fight. You know what I mean? And it's a challenge. And like you say, Key, if you get past that fight, motherfuckers got to start giving that kid his respect, man.
Right. And y'all hit my like button for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. I don't care where you watching from. Hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Punch the like button real quick. It don't take you no time. Hit the like button before we even, continue and go on to the next what we gonna cook on. Y'all hit the like button.
Hey, Chris, I do agree with that, though. We say if Ryan Garcia can't stop Campbell in the first half of the fight, it could be a wrap for him. Campbell going to give him fits after the 6th round. That's what's going to show, though, Chris. That's why I say he going to have to prove to us that he got better with the Reynosos and that he can handle that pressure because his legs, to me, ain't strong enough. I want him to get strong in the legs. He get moved too easy, and he stand too straight up for me, man. Too straight up, and he get moved around easy. So if he can get stronger, his lower part of his body gets stronger like a grown man to hold his weight, he gonna be a problem.
Lamar Davis say Ryan has a good left hook, and Luke Campbell always been dropped by the left hook. Yeah, Ryan got that. And Ryan got a good check left hook too. He got a good check left hook too. Ryan Garcia, man, he's solid. It's just a couple things that he need to, tweak and work on. I'm pretty sure that they've been working on it with him. It's been a long time since he's had his last fight. So, I mean, and he's young. When you young like that, you soak up. When you young and you are in the gym training, I think he's training all the time. I don't know. But when you young, if you in the gym training all the time, working on new things, they soak up shit like a sponge, Old fighters, not so much, but young fighters his age, yeah.
He is somebody that work hard, though. I'll give him that. That motherfucker.
Yeah, and so like I said, hit my like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're not already subscribed to me on YouTube, go over to the YouTube, subscribe to Everything Boxing and Sports, and hit the bell icon. That way you'll get the notification every time, me and Money do come on here live. And go then after that, go subscribe to Money Brown TV, and hit his bell icon, you know. But yeah, man, hey man, I was laughing, Money, because the other day I was just thinking about the other day you went on when we was on Blue Blood, right? When we was on Blue Blood panel, and Blue Blood say, hey, Money, you just gotta keep it clean. You gotta keep it clean because YouTube be watching me, YouTube be messing with me. And so soon as your turn, hey, Money, go ahead and cook. What you think about the situation? Oh man, the motherfucking bitch, the guy. I was like, damn, man, you gonna get Blue Blood channel shut down.
Man, that shit I'll be tripping, man. I'm talking, oh man.
You ain't even getting the building for 3 seconds before you start going off.
That shit be coming out natural, man.
I threw my phone down and put earplugs in. Like, God damn, money go Blue Blood whole channel up.
Oh man, for real, bro. I be tripping, so I be trying to hold myself back, but that should be natural though, man. I'm trying. Man. Hey, I'll be trying to my video, Keith. Like I'll be talking, I'll be like, man, calm it down, man. That shit.
And the motherfucker don't know goddamn shit. I'm like, God damn, man. Hey, but moving along. Right. It's something I want to talk about, man, because we all know that Terrence Crawford and Kell Brook, they fighting on, what is it, November the 12th, right? Fight we've been looking forward to. Wait, I don't care if you saying that you don't like the fight or not. You've been looking forward to the fight, right? You've been looking forward to the fight just like I have and everybody else is. You can shit on the fight. You can say you don't like the fight, but you've been looking forward to the fight just like everybody else. You're going to be watching November the 12th, and you're going to be tuned in to see what Terrence Crawford do, to see what Kell Brook do, right? You're going to be tuned in to see if Kell Brook is still going to be the old Kell Brook or is he washed up, and you're going to tune in to see if Terrence Crawford can destroy Kell Brook better than and faster than what Errol Spence did. You can lie if you want to, but you're going to be tuned in for all of those reasons and some, right? But there's a problem. There's a problem going on in Kell Brook's camp. Corey Moore, it's official, November the 12th. But we got a problem in Kell Brook's camp. A big problem, if you ask me. So, Dominic Ingle, right? Kell Brook's trainer. The trainer, remember back when Errol Spence and Kell Brook fought, Dominic Ingle was the trainer that was talking all this shit, that was getting up on the podium, doing the live press conference. He had a lot to say, right? Dominic Ingle's been Kell Brook's trainer for years, right? He also trains, he got a lot of fighters that he trained, right? He's one of the big known names in the UK, Dominic Ingle. He's one of the big trainers in the UK. He is refusing to train Kell Brook for this Terrence Crawford fight, right? Dominic Ingle came out and he said that he's not going to train Kell Brook. He said he told Kell Brook, when Kell Brook asked him, he said he told Kell Brook that he's not training him because the fight is only 6 weeks away, right? He says that he does not have time to train Kell Brook for a fight against Terrence Crawford, against the opponent with the skill level of Terrence Crawford in 6 weeks. He says he always needs, for a big fight like this, he says he needs at least 10 to 12 weeks. And he says getting only half of that, he said he's not going in and training Kell Brook. He said he don't give a damn about the money. He says it's about training a fighter that he knows that has enough time and enough training to be able to go in there and win. He says it's about winning, to put the fighter, to be able to have time to put the fighter in the best position to win. So he says that he's not training Kell Brook because he can't do what he needs to do in 6 weeks. Now, the reason this is a problem on so many levels, The reason that this is a problem on so many levels is because you got to look at right now. They have been knowing that they were going to fight for a long time, right? They've been knowing this. They just didn't have a fight date, but supposedly for months and months, Kell Brook and Terrence Crawford been knowing that they're going to fight each other or they're going to fight somebody else. So you're talking about 6 weeks. So are you telling me that Kell Brook, because I know Terrence Crawford been training. He been in training camp. Now I know Kell Brook been training, but you telling me that he hasn't been in training camp so that you guys would just be starting a training camp right now for a Terrence Crawford fight that goes on next month, a month from now? That's alarming to me. That's very alarming to me, and that's a problem. You telling me that you're not training him because it's only 6 weeks before fight. So that means to tell me that Kell Brook hasn't been in training camp this whole time. He's just been kind of doing whatever he has to cut weight and whatnot, but he ain't been in a full training. See, I thought both of these guys, I thought Kell Brook had been in a full training camp 12 weeks ago. Huh?
Let me stop you. No. Kell Brook has been training. No, he asked Dominic Ingram if he was to call him in with like 5 weeks ago, would he train him? He said no because he wanted to be there for the full ride to see what he's doing. So Kell Brook been training. Yeah, he said he's been doing his own thing.
He has been in the full training camp.
Yeah, he just haven't been training with him. And then he said, so what if it come down to if he in America and he call you in like with like 5 weeks to go, would you come in and train him? He was like, no, because I want to be there for the full ride. You know, he said he been doing his own thing and shit like that. So he said he gonna make weight. He said he killed discipline, he gonna make weight, but he been doing his thing.
So you mean to tell me that he's saying that this is your head trainer, right? This is the guy that you've been with all of the big fights, right? So you telling me that your head trainer this whole time you haven't been training with your head trainer? You've been kind of doing your own thing.
Yep, that's what he was saying. Yep, I guess he working.
That's
with
a problem.
No, he been working with somebody else. I just think their relationship ain't good. I just think they ain't on good terms, and he don't want to really put it out there. You know what I'm saying? He just try to cover it up a little bit.
And that would make a lot of sense. But if your relationship haven't been on good terms, and I'm not on good terms with you, why in the middle of my training camp would I ask you to come in and start training me if you know we ain't on good terms? So it's something there that don't add up. You feel me? It's either he did call or he did call Dominic Ingle and want him to come in because some shit ain't going right. And at the last minute, he like, hey, maybe, you know what I'm saying, can you come in and you know what I'm saying, work with me? I ain't getting everything I need. Or Dominic Ingle's lying, that man never called you. Because one of these things don't add up. If I already know that me and you ain't on good terms, our relationship ain't all the way there, right? I know that I already have somebody that's training me. I'm not finna, none of these fighters are not gonna call a trainer that they might have dumped or whatever in the middle of training, right? If everything is going good with whoever's training you. You feel what I'm saying, Money?
Uh-huh.
I mean, that don't make sense to me. So if everything is going good with if everything is going good and you got somebody else training you, Kell Brook, why would you call your old trainer that you guys haven't been seeing eye to eye, call him in with 5 weeks left in your training camp to come over and help you out? It's either, like I said, it's either Dominic Ingle, his former trainer, is lying and Kell Brook ain't never called his ass, or something ain't right. Something going on over there at Kell Brook's training camp, and he knows that, hey, you know what? I need help with my old trainer because shit ain't looking right up in here. It's something. It's something, and whatever it is, it's alarming, you know what I'm saying, to say the least. Because if Dominic Ingle is telling the truth, and Kell Brook did reach out to Dominic Ingle for for last minute, last minute for him to come in at the last minute, that's a horrible sign for Kell Brook going into a fight with Terrence Crawford. You ain't going in there with no Liam or no motherfucking Cole K or whatever them other fighters that you've been fighting over there in the UK. You're not going in there against none of them dudes. You're going in there against the best of the best, one of the best of the best. And let me see. I know Stormy B Man. He over there in the UK, right? Stormy B Man, I think over there in the UK. Let me see what he got to say. He says, I've been constantly telling y'all about both these fighters and trainers today. He says, I bet Mel Charlo don't need 12 weeks to prepare to whoop someone's ass. He says, give him 12 and he'll end them in 5. Yeah, man. I don't know. But like I said, something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Like Keith Sweat say, something just ain't right. Man, something just ain't right. What's going on, Money? Let me get through these couple comments and I'm gonna let you cook on the situation, Hold on. Oh, my bad, Stormy. He said he in Chicago. I don't know why. I don't know why in the world I thought you was in the UK right now. Let me see. Hold on. J.A. Dixon, what's good with it? Salute. Bruce Goals off in the building. What's good? Mr. Reds J2 off in the building. What's good? He says Ingles need to get paid without a guarantee fight. He says, how is Ingles going to get paid? Yeah. He says, fuck, Mr. Reds J says, fuck Ingles still, in my opinion. Kell Brook has made his money. Now Kell is older. Ingles is talking about up-and-coming fighters, no loyalty. Could be. And then, I heard that Ingles, he be doing too much. He be training too many fighters, and fighters like Kell Brook, they need that one-on-one, Kell Brook was your top fighter at once. Is you gonna brush him off? Did you start to brush him off? For up and coming fighters. But see, this is the thing with in defense for Ingles, Kell Brook is a guy that he don't live a boxing lifestyle like that. Kell Brook is another fighter that stay out of the gym for months and months and months at a time, and then blow up in weight, and then at the last minute want to go and get ready for a fight. And maybe Ingles ain't fucking with him because of that. Maybe he like, hey, I'm gonna put my focus into these other young fighters that I know is gonna be in the gym every day working on their skills. Like you ain't got it all no more. You're not all there. Like you're not living a fighter's lifestyle. That could be a problem. Let me see. D-Lo 404 Boxing says Kell is about to face his most accomplished opponent, so he better have the best trainer possible. Call Ingles out the door because Ingles said he ain't fucking with him. John Kramer, what's good? He says Kell about to pull a quit move come fight night. Man, I hope he don't. Boz says Brook left Ingle again. He says he's only just reunited. Yeah, he ain't no Ingles going down in this Terrence Crawford fight. Lamar Davis says if anyone has seen Kell the last few months, you could tell he was in good shape, but not in boxing shape. Yeah, see, boxing shape and good shape, like you, is two whole different things. You could be swole, you could have abs, but that don't mean that you in boxing shape. Todd Swindle off in the building from that ATL. He says Brook sounds like he's making a built-in excuse. KP from KC5 says salute King. What's good with it, KP? Let me see. Lamar Davis says, and that's why Bob and Bud wanted that fight. Yeah, it could be. These fighters and promoters and scouts or whatever you want to call them, they know inside info. They know when inside things is taking place. Stormy B Man says Ingle ain't teaching nobody nothing. He says he may be training them. He says he may be training them to what? Lose. Hey man. Boz says Brook wants to cut costs. he may as well get a guy out the crowd to be the corner man for $100. But yeah, if that could be all true, but somebody it's either, like I said, it's either one or two things. Ingle is telling a lie, right? Or Brook is in trouble with whoever he's been training with. You know, it got to be one or two things. Bernard Burton says loyalty is everything in and outside the ring. Hey, that's a fact. Matthew Valentine says Ingle and Brook have been beefing for a while. Brook wasn't even training in Ingle's gym. Yeah, I heard that too. So, Money Brown, what you got? What you got?
I'm looking at it like this, bro. I ain't gonna be pissed off at Kell Brook for changing trainers. I remember after the Errol Spence loss, Kell Brook, you know, he went into depression mode. And this real life. This not me just talking. He said he went into depression mode. He started drinking. He was fucked up after the Errol Spence loss. You know what I mean? That's what Errol do to certain fighters. So I'm not knowing if, you know what I'm saying, after that situation, if him and Ingle was on good terms or not. I was just checking out. I see the last 3 fights. I don't think Ingle was in the corner. You know what I mean? I don't think Ingle was in the corner for his last 3 fights after Errol Spence. I see 2 that I see him out in. I'll go check the last one. But I look at it like this. I think, you know, Dominic Ingle probably look at it as a situation as Kell not fucking with him no more. But like I say, by me listening to that interview, me hearing them talking, it looked like he was beating around the bush with certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because I think you will in a fight like this where with Kell Brook and Crawford, where you know it's a nice payday. I don't give a damn who you is. You go get them dollars. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people do put, you know, their training regimen over a couple of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Not saying Dominic Ingle need the money or shit like that. You know, and maybe he is one of them strict trainers. You know, it's my way or no way, or you know, I'm this disciplined. You doing this, you doing that. But me just looking at it and listening to him talk, bro, I just look at it as they not on good terms. Kell Brook and Dominic Ingle not on good terms for whatever the reason is. And Kell just not having him as a trainer. You know what I'm saying? Kell just not having it because there's nobody. He's saying, you know, I'm looking for up and coming trainers. Up and coming fighters. That's what I'm focused on now. This, that, and the third. Well, only thing Kell Brook done since the Errol Spence loss was win.
You know, are you saying, Money? Let me ask you a question. So, are you saying that Dominic Ingles is telling a lie? Are you saying that he's lying about the situation because Kell Brook ain't, you know what I'm saying, ain't thinking about because Kell Brook know that he done with him? Is that what you're saying?
Right. I don't want to say that he lying because I don't want to go that far to say the man lying, but I just feel like because when I was listening to him talk, you know, he was talking about the corona situation and why he can't train him and shit like that. So I'm like, bro, I'm just thinking, I'm just me putting 2 and 2 together. I ain't gonna say that he lying, but it's no way you go turn down the big fights. There's no way. Like that's what trainers live for, the big fucking fights. That's a big stage. Him going up against Crawford over here in the US of A. You know what I mean? You coming over here regardless of the pandemic situation. You know, you get tested out for that shit and all that. But there's no way if Kell Brook was to call you and say, hey, Ingram, I need you to train me for the Crawford fight, that you go say, well, you know what, Cal, I think I'm working on my younger fighters. I know it's a big fight, and I don't want to, you know, do it. I don't think so, man. So I just think like it's just something I ain't going to say he lying, but he's just not telling the whole truth, bro. It's something there that, like you say, something ain't adding up. Because I don't know no trainer that's going to turn down a big fight like that. Like, that's a big fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? That's a big fucking fight, especially in and out the fucking year. You know what I'm saying? So I just look at it as Kell doing this thing with his trainers, bro. Kell has been successful after he moved on from Ingle. You know what I'm saying? Could be a little bit of, I ain't going to say jealous, but you know how them trainers get, man. They get pissed off once you leave them and shit like that. So, man, I think Kell has been training and he been looking all right. You know what I'm saying? And Stormy, I know what you're saying about the 12-week training camp, but you got to remember, he is making 147 now. So you give yourself extra time to make that weight. But overall, man, I'm just looking at Kell Brook doing this thing. Find your trainer that you believe in, because you're going up against a bad motherfucking Crawford. I think you're going to lose to, but I think you're going to put up an effort. I think Kell Brook going to put up an effort, bro. Kell Brook ain't never showed me a lay-down effort. He ain't never went in no ring and just laid down and just like, fuck it, you know what I mean? He understand what this is. He got a lot of heart. Kell Brook got a lot of heart. You got to understand. He got some blackness in him, right? Because if not, I'm tripping it. Because he looked like he got a little blackness in him. So
his pops is Jamaican, I think.
Okay, so he tough. He ain't pulling no American. And if he do pull American, I'll be damn shocked. You know what I'm saying? I think he gonna go the whole 12, but I just feel like Brook focused on the big fight. He moved on, bro. I think he probably now after 3 wins, he probably back in a good space in his life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he get to that good space, and you're not gonna let nobody fuck it up, regardless of what's going on with the trainer. Let bygones be bygones. I moved on with who I'm working with. I feel comfortable with them, and this what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? This what I'm doing. So at the end of the day, I'm a ride. I'm a lean Brook way on this situation and say he been doing this thing. He been looking good, and he getting ready for the second biggest fight of his career because Errol Spence was the biggest. My man's whoever said Terrence Crawford is the most accomplished, but you know, and it's gonna be it's gonna be a hell of a fight, bro. Because I still think this fight gonna be competitive. I know a lot of people, everybody think Bud just go watch Brook, go beat his ass, all that. I think it's gonna be competitive, bro. Every time Kell Brook stepped up to the big stage, he showed some competitiveness. Even against fucking Triple G, against Errol Spence, against Shawn Porter, he was there. He was there. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I think he gonna come in this fight. I think he rises to the occasion for big fights. Win, lose, or draw. Win, lose, or draw, bro. Kell Brook is a solid, strong fighter. He can take an ass whooping. It shows. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think Bud is gonna stop him, but I think he gonna put some little hurt on him. But it's gonna be a good scrap, bro. And I'm looking for Kell Brook to make weight. I'm looking for him to come in, you know, put up a hell of an effort, get his ass whooped at the end of the fight. But I'm gonna lean towards Kell Brook way on that situation, Keith.
Yeah, man. You know what's gonna tell a lot in the upcoming weeks, and how Kell Brook is making weight, and then when they do weigh in, look for them betting numbers to either dramatically go up or down, because when they weigh in, people are gonna be able to really tell a lot about how Kell Brook made the weight. If Kell Brook is able to make this weight comfortably without having to deplete himself and drain himself, Terrence Crawford has a problem, a real problem, on November the 12th come fight night. But if Kell Brook is struggling making that weight, and you can see it and you hear about it in the upcoming weeks, and then he can't hardly make weight when they weigh in, well, Terrence Crawford's gonna go get him up out of there, and it might not take him too long, mid rounds. But we'll be able to see. Like I said, this is why this is an intriguing fight to watch. I can't wait for it. I ain't gonna lie, I can't wait for this fight. But like I said, somebody lying. You know what I'm saying? Somebody telling the lie. Let me go back up to some of y'all comments, because my man, he said he in the UK. Let me go. Let me find that comment. Damn, let me find your comment, because I seen it, but I forgot who made that comment. Let me go back up. Oh yeah, Boz says Brook will probably go with someone like Dave Caldwell. I don't know who, but he in the UK. So, and Boz also says, I'm from the UK. Excuse me. He said
Dave Caldwell, we respect him in the UK, bro.
Okay.
You just don't know you seen him though.
I probably seen him, I just don't know him by name. He says, my man Boz, he says he's from the UK, so he says he know the Ingle Jam way of doing things. And Stormy B Man, he says, remember this. He says Crawford is age 33, 5'8", 74-inch reach, right? And he says Brook is age 34, 5'9", 69-inch reach. Yeah, Crawford got that long reach advantage. So so that jab, either way, with either man is gonna play a big factor. That jab. If Brook can get inside and be able to get that distance on Crawford to where he can get inside on Crawford, Brook is strong. He gonna give Crawford some problems. And don't forget, Kell Brook got a nice stiff jab. And remember, he got a nice stiff jab. So I think all in all, if Kell Brook can make that weight, it's gonna be a hell of a fight. I don't think he's coming in there to lay down. Boz says Brook will fight Crawford, get beat, use weight cut as an excuse, and fight Liam Smith on UK pay-per-view before he retires. Hey, if he get get his ass beat by Crawford like that, I don't, I see that happening. Man, I'm hungry as damn. Man, I'm hungry as a pregnant woman with Siamese twins right now.
Hungry as a Chinese hostage right now.
God damn, man.
Hey, you know they be starting them Chinese hostages. Keep don't be eating shit.
They're hungrier than they had Saddam Hussein before they got him out.
Right.
Man.
The
Boz says Ingle saved Brook from going blind. He's not that bad. Hey, Matthew Valentine's. He says fact money. He says Brook has been cutting weight in the dirty gym. Ingle hasn't worked with Brook. Ingle doesn't want the bad when Brook fails for PD for pets. Hey man, if Brook fuck up this fight, man, and fail, man, this shit go crazy.
Hey, ain't never popped dirty for nothing, bro. So I ain't gonna put that on his name.
Yeah, he ain't never popped dirty for nothing.
Yeah, I ain't gonna even put that out there.
No matter how he look, he ain't never popped dirty. But you know, Lamar Davis says he might not want a loss like that on his record. The trainer knows him, and that it literally will take him 8 weeks, knowing he's already not in good shape. He's in shape. He's just not in boxing shape, like my man said. Curtis Anderson was good. He says Crawford will break him down. People forget how good he is. Yeah, I mean, I forgot how good Crawford is. You know, I haven't forgot how good Crawford is. It's just that Crawford now he tends to like to bang a lot more than he used to. He used to move and use his boxing skills. And with some of these fighters at 147, when you start fighting these top fighters, you can't go in there and bang with some of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? And Crawford don't have the strongest chin. That's the thing about that. D-Lo 44 Boxing says that he betting Bud by stoppage 100, and I'm willing to do the money odds.
I might take you up on that,
homie. Yeah, shit. I might, we'll see. I might holler at you on that too. Boz says Crawford Brook might not happen. Why would you say it wouldn't happen? You got to elaborate on that. But yeah, man, hell of a fight. Like I said, it either could be. It's not going to be no in between, money. This fight is not going to be in between. It's going to either be a hell of a fight or it's going to be a shit fight. And not on Terrence Crawford's part. It's going to be a shit fight because Kell Brook just didn't show up. He was a shell of himself. So it's either going to be a hell of a fight or a shit fight.
Yeah, let me say this because I know what Kurt's saying. Look, I know how good Crawford is, and I give Crawford all his credit in the world. I just know how tough Kell Brook is as well, bro. You got to understand that EJ ain't no weak-ass opponent. You know what I'm saying? EJ broke the eye socket. If Bud don't break his eye socket, let's think. If EJ never broke the eye socket, in my opinion, he don't stop Brook. I think it go the whole 12. I still pick EJ to win, right? Kell Brook, Triple G, a big, strong fucking punch. He broke the eye socket. Not saying Bud can't catch him and break his shit, but Kell Brook been through 3 fights now. Three good training camps, and all he done was win since then. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know people going to say, well, who has he fought? I understand that. But the thing is getting back into the winning category and getting that confidence back. Kell Brook is very confident, bro. He is a confident fighter. Like, the shit is over with. So I think he coming into this fight in shape, knowing what he's up against. You dig? I do got him taking the ass beat like in the second half of the fight. But I still think he's strong enough, to make it 12 rounds with my dude, Bud Crawford. And when we look at the 147 pounds, I don't think nobody made it 12 rounds with him yet, right? At 147, he knocked out my man's first coming up, Jeff Hearn. After that, was it American? Benavidez, I think. Benavidez, American, and fucking Mean Machine. I think that's his 4 opponents at 147 pounds, right? And I think Kell Brook is tougher than all them dudes. Tougher than all of them, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna see, bro. I just feel like Kell Brook going there, he gonna put up a hell of an effort. He always rises to occasion in the big fights. And I think he gonna make it 12 rounds with Terrence Bud Crawford. If it don't come down to the eye sockets, I think he make it all 12 rounds, bro. I think we gotta give Kell Brook a little more credit.
I don't think that the eye socket is gonna be gonna have any effect in this fight. I really don't. That's not nothing now I've been concerned about when it comes to this fight. I don't think that but you never know, but I myself don't think that it'll play a factor in this. Ty Swindle, he says it's not that we don't know how good Crawford is. He says we just don't know how good he is against an A-level fighter. That's a fact. We really don't. We ain't seen him against an A-level fighter, but we also don't know if Kell Brook is still an A-level fighter. So it's a lot of questions going into this fight. You know what I'm saying? They need to, name this fight, some questions, because it's a lot of questions going into this fight,
Hey, after Errol Spence, when you look at Kell Brook, his last 3 fights, I haven't seen the drop off. That's me.
He didn't look too good in a few of them fights. His fight right after the fight that he had right after Errol Spence, he didn't look good. In his last fight, or the fight before, it's 2 of them fights he didn't look good in. But for those fights, he was coming in from a long layoff. He wasn't in shape, like nowhere near shape like he was in the Errol Spence fight, and he had been taking long layoffs from the gym, like he was bullshit. He said he was.
Yeah, I think he coming into this fight prepared and ready, bro. I think he motivated like a motherfucker.
Boz says Crawford will stop Brook to the body. I'll be willing to bet you 4-1 odds that won't happen. Crawford he's not no body puncher like that. I mean, he did stop Ingle to the body, but other than that, who is Crawford stopping to the body? If Crawford, you can't come and say, see, this is the thing with me. You can't come in here and say that Crawford is gonna stop Kell Brook to the body when Crawford ain't never stopped no upper echelon opponent to the body. He's stopping people, but he ain't stopping. That's EJ. That's Errol Spence. He do shit like that. Crawford ain't stopping nobody to the body like that.
I agree, Rez. I agree, Rez.
Let me see. D-Lo 404 Boxer says nobody gone the distance with Bud in 7 or 8 fights, but he ain't fought nobody like that, But like I said, I'm looking for Bud Crawford to stop Kell Brook. But if Kell Brook has trouble making the weight, I'm gonna just sit back and watch this fight, because I might say one thing and then I might say another, and you know what I'm saying, y'all might think I'm contradicting myself, but it's just this, to me, it's a hard fight to gauge because it's too many questions in this fight. If I fuck around and get a Kell Brook that's on the same level as he was when he was fighting EJ, Crawford got a problem on his hands. But we don't know. We don't know what Kell Brook we gonna get. We know what Crawford we gonna get. We know we always gonna get the best Crawford. We don't know what Kell Brook we gonna get. Let me see. Boz says there's a reason Brook hasn't fought any half decent punchers since the eye socket got damaged. Crawford will pepper that. He says Crawford gonna pepper his eye. We'll see. Let me see. So now let's go into Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia money. Let's go ahead and let's get it in on this. Let's before we go. What's up?
I say get to the meat and potatoes, huh?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get into the main topic. Everybody want to hear about the Errol Spence and Danny Garcia, but I'm gonna go a different route. This time. And everybody hit my like button. If you in the building, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Everything Boxing and Sports on YouTube, if you're not already subscribed, and hit the bell icon. Everybody that even is subscribed on YouTube, make sure that y'all got the bell icon. Hit that bell icon so you get the notifications, and go over to Money Brown TV and do the same thing. Go to Money Brown TV and do the same thing. But one thing, this is the route I wanted to take when we talking about Errol Spence and Danny Garcia. We know that they changed the date, right, from November the 21st, and they pushed it back a couple weeks to December the 5th. It's going to be live in Dallas Cowboys Stadium. How many? 25, 30,000 fans, I'm hearing, I'm hearing that they might do 30,000 fans. Dallas Cowboys Stadium holds over 100,000 fans. is huge. You can social distance. You can do all of that, right? But how is the Errol Spence and Danny Garcia fight going to affect boxing going forward, right? How is it going to affect boxing going forward? Even we can even add in the Gervonta Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz fight. But we know that we got the COVID-19, we got the COVID-19 going on. It ain't gone nowhere yet. You know what I'm saying? People still dying from COVID. People still catching it, right? We know it hasn't gone anywhere. We know that we heard talks about a whole new second wave coming around when it gets real cold in the winter. We know that December is winter time. How will the Danny Garcia and Errol Spence fight live with that many fans? How is it going to affect boxing going forward? How is it going to affect boxing? It could either have a great positive effect or it could have a huge negative effect. And I don't want to sound negative, but this is just a fact. This is the facts, right? If they have this fight, right? If they have this fight with 30,000 fans and everything turns out, everybody show up, which they will, right? And then all the reports come out that nobody got COVID, right? Everything was good. They don't, the numbers in COVID in Dallas, it didn't spike up. Everything is still the same or even better, right? It turns out great. Nobody, the numbers didn't spike. Everything turned out perfect, right? Then it's going to affect boxing going forward. I think it's going to, open everything up. It's going to open things up for, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, the rest of these fights going forward in 2021. It's going to have a great effect if that happens. If they're able to have 30,000 plus fans in the Cowboys stadium with, without the numbers spiking up, right? Without new cases and whatnot, they're able to be able to control everybody, have everybody keep their mask on. We already know that, maybe the food venues are going to be open. If everything goes good with this, then it's going to have a great positive effect on boxing, going forward. But there's always two sides to every story. It's always two sides. What if it doesn't turn out like that? What if they can't control all of these 30,000 fans? What if shit get out of hand and, they can't control and then, we get all these new cases, a spike in numbers? They're going to blame it on that event. That's how I'm looking at it. And it could have a negative effect on boxing and it could shut everything else down going forward. How do you see the situation, looking at it, Money, from both sides of the fence, because I know that we all excited that, that they're going to have it with live fans, that, we're going to be able to attend this event if you want to. Looking at it from both sides, how do you,
Man, I look at it like this, bro. It's a little nervous. It's a little scary, bro. It is a little scary, right? And that's why I'd be skeptical, because I told you, hold on, bro. I touched it. I had that shit, bro.
Bernard Bird says, how can you donate to the channel? My bad, man. I usually put the cash. Let me put the cash up for y'all. Anybody that want to, support the channel, donate to the channel. I'm put the cash up right here. The cash app on the screen. There it is, Bernard Burton. Just donate to the cash app. It's scrolling right across the screen. And I appreciate everybody that does donate to the channel, to keep everything going.
But yeah, okay, like that shit is scary, bro. Like that shit is not made for humans, man. And that's the only thing why I get a little nervous. Like, damn, because you do got to think about it like that. And they say the shit get worse in the cold. You know what I mean? It get worse in the cold to the point to where even at the hospital, the hospitals they used to keep the fucking air on in hospitals. They had to turn the air off in the hospitals. Yeah, so because they say that shit, make it worse. You know what I'm saying? Make it worse. So I'm like, damn, which is kind of scary and nervous a little bit. So that's why a nigga like me was like, hold on now, man. What's going down? But let me show you how I'm trying to be up with that no Key. But I'm trying to be up and there with my dude Key. You hear me? J on. You hear me? I see my dude Key, but
yes, sir. You got the oh man, let me see that joint. Give the camera a little bit. Hey, that shit clean. You ordered it off his site?
I ain't ordered it yet, bro. This I ordered it from Triple
D.
Huh? From Triple D, the little Dallas. That's a little Dallas thing out there.
You gonna have to send me that. I need one of them joints. Yeah, I need one of them.
I'll send it to you, but
yeah.
But the shit is though, it is kind of scary, bro, because that corona shit ain't no joke, man. That shit ain't no joke, bro. Like, you get that shit, and by me being in the damn wheelchair, my immune system ain't as strong as everybody else. So I had to call my doctor and shit. She was telling me I got to be super, super careful because you catch that shit, like you really be in trouble around that motherfucker. So that's why I was like, people, like we were saying, like people don't know, like a lot of people walk around with that shit and don't even know that they got corona in their ass. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even go get checkups and shit like that. So at the end of the day, man, people just got to be careful. I know it's gonna be social distancing. I know like that motherfucker hold like 100,000 people. So when they say 30,000, that is a small proportion compared to what the stadium hold. And I'm just looking how they go spread people out, how they go have them, where they go have them, and things like that. So I just say, like you say, Key, I hope just have your mask on tight, keep some hand sanitizer in your pocket or in your girl purse or things like that. Make sure you stay washing your hands. Be mindful of what you're touching in the building. You know what I'm saying? If you see a lot of people in one space, you know what I'm saying? Just like be mindful of your health. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to be too friendly and too social around that motherfucker. I know people gonna see a lot of beautiful women in the building. Hey, that beautiful women just might be your downfall in that motherfucker. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You just got to be careful and mindful of what you do, man. And like, we know as human beings, we know what we look at. We know what to touch and what not to touch and how to be in this position and that position. So you got to be just careful in yourself. You know what I'm saying? So people going to be there regardless of what we're saying. If they open them doors up, people coming. So shit, it's just being a thinking smart and doing the right things. You know what I'm saying? Social distancing and staying away from people.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, Stephen Pope says, he said he all set December 5th was good. Yeah, I'm gonna be in the building, man, but I'm gonna play it with caution. I'm gonna be in the building. Tickets go on sale. If anybody want to know, tickets go on sale for Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia. It go on sale December October the 14th. So that's next week. Tickets go on sale next week. The 14th. Tickets go on sale. I'm also curious on how the ticket prices is gonna be. Are they gonna have these prices high as giraffe pussy, or are they gonna have these prices a little lower because of the pandemic and a lot of people out of work
and holiday season shit?
Stephen T. Pope said SeatGeek. Yeah, tickets go on sale on SeatGeek. Yeah, that's where they usually have the Dallas events on SeatGeek. Yeah, I got me a SeatGeek account, but yeah, man, be up in that thing, man. Be up in that thing, but playing it with caution. It's gonna be cold, you know what I'm saying? Nigga might bring out a mink or something, But yeah, man, I'm excited. But like I said, Todd Swindle says, if that fight Spence Garcia goes good, it can make a difference in all sports. Yeah, it can make a difference in all the sports. For good or bad, because it's all that shit hard. Yeah, that shit cold right there. I like that.
Just supporting Triple D. That y'all know. Hit up Triple D, man.
I'm gonna have to check that. I'm gonna need to grab me one of them things for sure. If I don't come to the fight and said a tailor-made suit or something, I'm gonna wear that. You can't wear no hat with the tailor-made suit.
Exactly. Oh yeah, you gotta have that old.
Because it's winter, I'm gonna have to come up in that thing clean. It's winter time, so you can really show out. If you like to dress when it comes to in the winter. Let me see. Boz says Spence Garcia should be do good pay-per-view numbers, and we're gonna get into that too. Now that you touched on that, because I was reading the article and there was a lot of hate going on, and I'm gonna get in that. You know, we got main boxing outlets already hating on this fight with Errol Spence and Danny Garcia. Let me see. I think J.A. Dixon says, I think the Tank fight will be the first fight with fans. They will use a gauge. He said they'll use it to gauge COVID effects in the sport. Yeah, you're right, because that Tank fight is like over a month before the Errol Spence fight. John Kramer says, I'm thinking about being in the building December the 5th. Man, we all need to, all my brothers that's going, we all need to link up and get together. For Rich. So everybody that's going, you know, we still got a long time before, you know, December the 5th. But, you know, in the meantime, we need to come up with something. We need to all link up. Yeah, he said that Mank coat. You know what I'm saying? Not mink, that Mank. You know what I'm saying? That Mank coat.
Keep walking out looking like what's that boy name off that movie?
You talking about
yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
He said
Frank Lucas.
Yeah, Frank, you know what I'm saying? But nah, you know, I ain't no Frank Lucas. No telling over here. Stephen Pope says EJ he on the AT&T stadium website. See that, man? That's dope right there. Stormy B Man says thinking smart and doing right things, all the shit people don't do nowadays. Shaking my head. Yeah, right.
Real stuff.
Yeah, so let me so this is the thing, right? I'm reading the article and you could go check it out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could go check it out. I'm reading the article on Boxing News. I think it was Boxing News 24. Boxing News 24. I'm reading the article, right? And this is the main big boxing outlet, you know, like we all know boxing scene. We know Boxing News 24, right? And I'm reading the article, and they kind of first dude, whoever wrote the article, he's downplaying, you know, get Danny Garcia like he ain't shit. Like, you know, like, oh, you know, for Spence saying that Danny Garcia is, you know, one of the top guys. And he was like, Danny Garcia is not one of the top guys that won 47. You know, he ain't did nothing in so long. And he ain't been champ since 2017. And just like, he's just going on hating on Danny Garcia, right? And then he goes on and he starts saying, you know, he hating on Errol Spence, like, oh, Errol's probably not going to be himself. He probably never be the same, you know, and if Errol only comes in at only 70% of himself, you know, Danny Garcia could easily knock him out. And I'm just reading the article, and then he's saying that the pay-per-view numbers is not going to do good, right? He's saying that the pay-per-view numbers is not going to do good because of the whole situation is that people don't have money to pay for pay-per-view now. He said people don't have no money to pay for the pay-per-view. The pay-per-view numbers is not going to do good. So, you know, obviously when I'm reading this article, I'm like, this motherfucker hating on the fight. Like, he's doing it in a way of trying to be condescending, but he's hating on the fight flat out, right? First, he started trying to act like that, you know, that Danny Garcia ain't that dude. Danny Garcia ain't that, you know, he's not that good and this and that. Then he tried to act like that Errol Spence ain't going to be the same fighter because of the accident that he was in. And if Errol Spence is only 70% of himself, Danny Garcia can knock him out. So he going both ways. But everything that he was talking about in the article, everything that he was saying was negative. So it lets me see that a lot of these outlets, you know, they're going to hate on this fight. They're going to try to downplay and hate on this fight because for some reason, a lot of people don't like Errol Spence and they want to see him fail. And, you know, reading that article, that's what I got out of it. You know, they trying to shit on the fight and do it in a closet way. They trying to do it. They outright with it, but then they trying to hide and do it at the same time, if you get what I'm saying. You know, and he was saying that the fight is not going to do big pay-per-view numbers. Well, his words was that the fight is not going to do as many numbers as the Shawn Porter and Errol Spence fight did. And I think it's going to do better myself. I think the fight's going to do better numbers. And let me see, and I want to get your take on that whole thing, and you could actually go check out that article too, Money, and let me know, once we get out the show, how you feel about that article. But let me get through some of y'all comments, and then I'm gonna hand it over to you, Money. Stormy B Man says, I read that already. John Kramer, he says 500,000 to 600,000. Everybody wants to see how he is going to come back. I feel you. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I think it's going to do a lot better than the Shawn Porter and Errol Spence fight. This is the talk of boxing right now. This has been the talk of boxing. What is EJ going to look when he come back? Period. Corey Moe on the building. He says, I'll be in the stadium. He says, building with an N95 mask on. Man, I feel you. He said he gonna have that whole motherfucker. He gonna have that whole motherfucker, that whole thing. He ain't playing. He gonna have that big joint on. Bernard Burns says American Gangster Frank Lucas. Yeah, I'm trying to step off in that thing like Frank Lucas. Calvin Johnson says I'll be on pay-per-view, so make sure y'all make some noise in the building so we can hear y'all. You already know. Corey Moe says, I think Spence and Danny do at least 500,000 pay-per-view buys. Real talk. I'm thinking it's gonna do big numbers, man. Go ahead, Money. What you got on the whole situation, on everything I just brought to the table?
I remember Earl first pay-per-view, right? You had Ness and Kenny Porter saying the man's gonna go do 50,000 fucking buys.
Right.
50,000. You know what I'm saying, against Mikey Garcia, right? Then they looked at the Shawn Porter fight. They said it wasn't going to do good numbers. Oh, him and Shawn Porter don't do this. Errol Spence not a big draw. Mikey Garcia was the reason for this, that, and the third. The man come up with 300 plus. Now you got Danny Garcia, who fan base is way bigger than Shawn Porter. You understand me? Fan base way bigger than Shawn Porter. Got Philly behind him. Philly fuck with Danny Garcia way more than Cleveland and Ohio fuck with Shawn Porter. This no knock on Shawn. And my dude JTT the truth, because he rap Ohio. But we know Ohio don't really push behind Shawn like that. You got some people that rap for him, but we don't really see Ohio pushing behind Shawn like that. When you look at Danny Garcia, bro, Danny do have a fan base. That's one thing you got to respect. He do got a fan base. He ain't got the biggest fan base, but this shit is way bigger than fucking Shawn Porter. And people might look at it and say they want to see what Earl look like against Danny. Him saying Danny ain't a fucking valid opponent and Earl saying that Danny is not him saying Danny is a top guy is bullshit. It's bullshit from him even saying that Danny is not a top guy. Like he just said, he's trying to cover his ass on one end. Oh, Danny is not a top guy, but if Earl come in 70%, Danny can knock him out. That sounds like bullshit. You don't even believe the shit you're talking about. That's why people don't read articles no more. Like that shit, they going down because they write a bunch.
You got a hidden agenda,
Yeah, bro. Yeah, so they trying to push that shit to try to shit on PBC. But if the pay-per-view wants to go do so good, why is this man doing his third pay-per-view coming off an accident? You know what I'm saying? So, and think about this, Keith. Shawn Porter fought Danny Garcia. It wasn't a pay-per-view fight. Shawn Porter fought Keith Thurman. Wasn't a pay-per-view fight. Keith Thurman fought Danny Garcia. Wasn't a pay-per-view fight. But all of a sudden, when they fight Errol Spence, it's a pay-per-view fight. Because it's a difference when you were Errol Spence. The dude is a pay-per-view star. He know how to attract the people. Like KQKC said over on this show today, Earl has that it factor. It's just some fighters that got that it factor. Errol Spence is one of them. You know what I'm saying? And they can't respect the game like that because some of these cats, when you look at their nationality, as much as they want to say, oh, I'm not racist, I'm not this, I'm not that, they got hidden agendas, period. It is what it is.
He ain't no punk either. Danny Garcia got a big fan base.
A big fan base, and he got the Latin people. Got Puerto Rico behind him. You do got some Mexicans that fuck with him. You got some Latins that just fuck with their Latin brothers. Like fuck it, the black nigga fighting the Latin. I'm going for my brother, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But a great fight is a great fight at the end of the day. You can't deny it. And as we said right now, even with this whack ass undercard, because I keep it real, I'm not too big on the undercard. Even with the undercard not being all that, I still see 400 plus 500 bars. You know what I'm saying? People always like to say, oh, people don't got the money. Listen, man, people got the money for whatever they want.
What they want it for.
Yeah, for what they want.
If they really want to see that shit, they going to come up with that bread.
There you go, Key. So you telling me it's gonna be them tickets gonna be sold out. So people ain't got no money, but them motherfucking tickets gonna be sold out. People ain't got no money, but when they got the like, I think they gonna start doing a good look. Now that it's in Cowboys Stadium, I think they gonna start with the promotion company. You know what I'm saying? I think now when the Cowboys playing leading up to that fight, you know how they gonna do it. Jerry Jones gonna be in big because it make dollars for him as well. So they go promote it to a certain extent to where people gonna really see what it is. You know what I mean? Like Errol Spence fought on Fox. Fox fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Showtime fuck with him. Even ESPN fucks with Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, the UK fuck with Errol Spence. What he did to Kell Brook over there. The Mexican people fuck with Errol Spence. Errol Spence's name is fucking big in the boxing game, bro. As long as he's still on this shit, the dude gonna be that guy and the next cat to take over pay-per-view, right along with other cats if they can stay solid. But force them and them blogs and them writing them books, Key, they see that new media is stumping their ass out. You know what I'm saying? Me and Key on here right now talking our shit is stumping their ass out because we can say what we want to say. We free. We ain't got no hidden agendas. We ain't got to appease to nobody. Ain't nobody looking over what we doing, saying, you know what, take that out. Don't say this, don't say that. We got a certain fan base that we accustomed to that we got to please. No, we say what the fuck we want to say, and we good. You know what I'm saying? That's why new media is stumping them in the ass. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we know the hidden agendas and the biasness. They go do that shit. But when you on top and you fit to be something, and this how you know you made it. This how you know you made it. When they try to shut down the great shit that you're doing, they try to talk about it like it ain't nothing or try to shit on it. That's how you know you made it, bro. And when you hit a point to where it ain't never good enough for certain people, you at the top. You know what I'm saying? But Earl them, they go show them. They go overshadow what they talking about. And after that, I want to go back to that same article, whomever wrote that story, and I want to see what he write after December the 5th. You know what I'm saying?
Todd Swindle, it's in Boxing News 24. Watch, I'm gonna watch. Hold on. It's Boxing News. Well, I'm gonna show y'all the article.
Right, so we can get his name and we can come back and backtrack after December the 5th. After them numbers come out, maybe like 4 or 5 days later, you know, to see if it's a big success or not. And if it's a success, we'll go back to that article and see what he write in Boxing 24 News. And if he don't take back his words and detract what he said, we go roast his ass and show him just how new media do shit.
Yeah, it's this article, Boxing News 24 right here.
What's his name? Who wrote it, kid?
I was looking to see who wrote the shit. Man, focus. I was looking to see who wrote it. I couldn't find out. I couldn't see who wrote it. I was looking, you know, that's the thing I was looking for, to see who wrote it. You know, dude hating. Look at one of the look what he put up. Look, you know, dude hating. Hey.
Oh, he got arrogant question and shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Come
on, man. As bad as he beat the shit out of Vargas, that's what you go. You still what? Come on now, man. But yeah, that's where the article from. Some clown shit. Let me see. D Gray throwing the towel TV. What's good with it? Hey, money. Put your on. Yeah. He says, I hope more fights take place in the domes. Excuse me. He says social distances. He says, I'd rather the fight be in Vegas, but Errol can sell out whatever seat limit in Dallas. Yeah, he gonna sell out in Dallas. Period. But I think they doing maybe I heard 25, 30,000 somewhere around there. The thing with me is what they gonna do with the tickets? Are they gonna make the tickets affordable for everybody, or are they gonna make these tickets high as a giraffe pussy? You know, because them Deontay Wilder tickets out there in Vegas, them shits was ridiculous. Like they need their ass beat for as high as they had them tickets out there. But we'll see. You know, we'll see. I'm gonna be in the building. Black Don says, why do black channels hate on Loma? Loma, he one of my favorite fighters, but we're not even talking about that right now. I've actually talked about all of that before, but that ain't the topic of the subject right now, so I ain't gonna get into that. You know, Charles Miller says, who's on the undercard? The undercard, we talked about that earlier in the show. We talked about the undercard earlier in the show. It's not an impressive undercard though. And Corey Moe says Spencer's a huge star in Texas. Plus, people been hungry for the event, for the big event. Yeah, that's real talk. And we over Money Man, Blue Blood. He been on. Before we get up out of here, everybody make sure that you subscribe to my channel, Everything Boxing and Sports on YouTube. Hit my bell icon, so you get all the notifications. And subscribe to Money Brown TV and hit his bell icon, so you get all of his notifications. We dropping this content, every day for y'all. And yeah, man, we got a lot to look forward to. What's your closing words, Money, before we get up out of here?
Yeah, I said I had to put the ESJ back in the cut. You feel me? But man, look, I appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, I appreciate my boy Key, man, for bringing me on as usual, always like a real brother. But like I say, man, I always keep supporting Keon, a great boxing mind, an unbiased boxing man. Go keep it real. Ain't showing no favoritism towards nobody. And no Jay Dixon, bro. It's not no pressure on Errol Spence to go out there and knock out Danny Garcia. All you got to do is go out there and beat Errol Spence and win the fight. But much love to y'all, man. Keep supporting. Like you say, hit that bell icon, hit them thumbs up, subscribe to Everything Boxing right here on YouTube. Subscribe to Money Brown TV right here on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram at Money_the writer. You can just go on there and put in Money right there, MONNIE, the writer. I should pop up. We do great work over there, man. You might find your favorite fighter, comment on the post. We show the fights live, all the pay-per-view fights. I don't know about this because we might be in the building. But it's just all love, man. Much respect. We'll keep blessing y'all with this real boxing talk. Not none of that shit, boxing 24/7 now, right? The real shit, giving y'all the real deal. And we're going to keep it pushing like that, man. And as I move out, man, big dog status on these dudes, man.
Already. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Might do a show this weekend. Might come on and do a show this weekend. If not, you already know we're going to be back on Monday, same place, same time. Before you leave, hit the like button if you ain't hit it yet. And you already know how I do it. There you go, talking that boxing again. I don't watch reality TV. I watch boxing. I appreciate y'all. We out. Everybody go to Blue Blood Sports TV. Gone.